I am going to give you 4 money-making activities that you must have in your daily schedule to make money in the real estate business. So number 1 is you have to consistently prospect your database. Now, people confuse sometimes lead generation with lead prospecting. Lead generation is prior to prospecting. You got to have something to prospect on. So you've got to figure out a way to get in front of people. You have to figure out a way to let people know, hey, if you want to buy or sell a home, I'm your guy, I'm your girl. So there are several things that you can do. Some of them are, 1, spend some money, you guys. The way the market's going, you have to pay to get in front of the typical consumer. The majority of consumers are online. And in order to get in front of a buyer or seller, if you don't know them, prior to them even reaching out to an agent, typically they start their search online. So if you want to get in front of those people and pull them into a plan where you can nurture them until they're ready, then you've got to get in front of them. And typically that requires you to pay some money. There are some ways to generate free leads, but for the most part, you've got to have some sort of budget so that you can get in front of people. The other thing that you can do is you can call FSBOs and expireds. You've got to tweak your scripting though, you guys. You can't sound like every other agent who's calling them. So switch it up, switch up your game plan. Say something a little bit different that's gonna stick out from everybody else. The other thing you can do is you can do open houses. If you don't have listings of your own, you can call agents in your local market and just ask them if you could do an open house. With that open house, you need to be hitting up the whole neighborhood and just introducing yourself, inviting them to the open house, and getting your name out there. The other thing that you can do is smart target. So smart targeting is pretty simple. Basically, anywhere in your local MLS, it should be tied to a tax district information. All of that information within the tax district is public info. So it shows in there how long somebody's lived in a property, how much their mortgage was when they first bought it, when the last sale date was. So you can utilize that information to help you figure out who are the people that you want to go door knock. I wouldn't knock somebody's house if they've only been in their home a year. Even though our market has been great over the last year, we've seen appreciation, but I would knock somebody who's been in their house 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, and more. So you can find that data in the tax district. So number 1, you've got to get in front of people. You have to have something to prospect on. And the number 1 main money-making activity in real estate is hitting your database, calling the people that you've drawn to you and letting them know what you do, seeing what their current situation is, seeing if the numbers make sense and they could make a significant profit. Would they be interested in selling their home? The other thing that you need to do is you have to make sure you're going on qualified appointments. Not just any appointment, you guys. Learn how to qualify people. So one of the things that I do is I ask what their current situation is. What's their current situation? Do they own or do they rent? If they own a home, then I want to know how long they've been in that home. And if they've been in their home at least 3 years, they likely have a good amount of equity. So my next question for them would be, hey, if the numbers make sense and you're able to make a significant profit, would you consider selling your house and making that money before the market goes down? Because we are in a declining market right now. So I would ask those questions. If they're a renter, why are they renting? It's more economical for them to buy, right? So go on qualified appointments. Make sure you're asking the right questions. The other thing that you need to do is follow up, you guys. I can't stress it more. The money is made in the follow-up. The majority of the people that you talk to today are not going to be ready today. Probably 70% or more are not going to be ready. You're going to have a system in place to follow up, to check in on them. And it can't just be, hey, are you ready to sell your house now? Are you ready to buy? You need to have a true nurturing process that's going to make people want to work with you. And you know what the key to that is providing real value. Educate them about the market, educate them about the interest rates, educate them about the community that they're looking to move to, okay? The other thing that you have to do is you got to close deals, you guys. So close contracts. So your 4 money-making activities that need to be on your daily schedule are lead prospecting, going on qualified appointments, lead follow-up, and closing deals and negotiating contracts. If you have questions, feel free to reach out. I hope you have a wonderful day.